Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It is Monday, early afternoon. Welcome to the show. Okay, we've got some talking to do about some of these trending topics. And also, Cesar Pina is ready to face Rashawn Casey in federal court. I've got an update by way of for New York. I'm going to get to that video very soon, okay? Also, guys, showrunner, we spoke about this last week, okay? Is celibacy a path to enlightenment? Enlightenment. Now, you can say mental enlightenment or spiritual enlightenment, whatever suits yourself. But celibacy, according to my research, is on the rise. Is this by way of the millennials or the newer generation that doesn't get out as much as, those of the past? Or maybe they're just not interested in celebrating the flesh, like generations before them. I don't know, but we are going to have that discussion. And a few people said they wanted to call in, but give me some time, okay? All right. Also, guys, I want to attempt to do some type of update on the Epstein files, and the list. I've got some updates here, and it appears that someone is willing to testify. This is a debacle. The Epstein files, the list, it's a total debacle. And Trump is now, it appears to be trying to suppress the story. We'll get to that shortly, okay? All right, let's get down to business. I want to play this video early so we can have a healthy discussion and you guys can see what's going on here. Now, 1 week from today, okay, there was a hearing in New Jersey, and salute to Tony the Closer. He was there, okay? And you're going to be a little surprised for those of you who know Cesar Pina's usual appearance. He has let his hair grow out. He's talking. He says he's ready to tell his side of the story. Now, I can only imagine what that means, but let's just get to the video, and here we go.
Now to an update on an I-Team exclusive. DJ Envy's former business partner, Cesar Pina, appeared in federal court today. Pina is now indicted on charges for allegedly running a multi-million-dollar real estate scheme. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has covered this case from the beginning. She joins us live in Newark with what happened in court today. Sarah?
Well, Gilma and Adam, only our cameras were here as the man prosecutors say was the mastermind of that multi-million-dollar real estate swindle walked into court. He pleaded not guilty and was released with an ankle monitor on a $1 million secured bond. Hey, what do you say to all the investors?
No comment.
Cesar Pina headed to face a judge not willing to talk about the investors he allegedly ripped off in a massive real estate Ponzi scheme the feds say included flipping distressed properties in Paterson, New Jersey. In the past, Pina, nicknamed Flippin' NJ, often did talk about investment opportunities with DJ Envy, his former business partner, radio co-host of the syndicated show, The Breakfast Club.
You might know him on Instagram as Flippin' NJ.
Envy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, has not been criminally charged and denies any wrongdoing. The feds say Cesar not only stole from investors, but also laundered proceeds for drug dealers and bribed a Paterson city official. Some investors attended today's proceeding.
The question is, where is the money? Where is $80 to $100 million in a Ponzi scheme? Where did that money go? And where is DJ Envy in all of this?
So do you blame Envy here as well?
I blame everyone that's involved. Everyone that's involved who helped promote this.
Also here, the self-proclaimed real estate scam watchdog, Tony the Closer, who had begun publicizing complaints from alleged victims on social media about the Ponzi scheme in 2023. He had attended a New York seminar with Envy and Pina.
When I went to the real estate seminar at the Job Center, it was full of Black and brown Hispanic people and Black people that wanted to learn real estate. In my mind, I'm like, wow, that many people in those rooms making that type of investment, you can just see how large it was going to be. There's homes and lives that are completely ruined.
What did you do with the money? Do you have nothing to say to all the investors?
No comment.
Pina more talkative on the way out of court.
I'm looking forward to my day in court. That's what I can say. And then we'll see where everything stands. You only heard one side of the story so far.
What's the other side?
Did you catch that? Hang on. Let's run it back. He wants his day in court.
No comment.
Pina more talkative on the way out of court.
I'm looking forward to my day in court. That's what I could say. And then we'll see where everything stands. You only heard one side of the story so far.
What's the other side?
You'll see in court.
You don't have anything to say now to all the investors?
I don't have nothing to say to anybody. Thank you, Sarah.
Both Pina and Envy face a number of civil lawsuits as well that are ongoing. By the way, the minimum investment to get into the real estate enterprise was $100,000. Live from Newark Federal Court, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Live from Newark Federal Court, Sarah Wallace. That was last Monday. Salute to Tony the Closer again. And can I tell you guys what I did a little over 2 hours ago? I sent Cesar Pina a DM on Instagram saying I'm available to testify if you need some assistance. Sucker shit. Sucker shit. I sent Cesar Pina a goddamn IG DM. I swear on everything I love. Also, Credit Dude, where are you? Credit Dude, did you and DJ Envy settle your case? Holler at your boy, okay? Hey guys, thank you for your donations early. I think I might reach out to his wife Jenny as well, Jenny Tips, because she was arraigned, arrested, and released on bond. Okay, but that's the update. What say you? Has anyone else been allegedly scammed? You might want to speak up now because they are putting together a class action lawsuit. So don't think just because you had some street money or some money up under the mattress and you gave Cesar cash that you can't get that money back. There's some things going on, and there's a good chance you can get it back. Okay. All right. Also, I want to talk to you guys about the showrunner, but I need to just really figure this out. What my approach is going to be: celibacy. Now, according to AI Overview, let me just read something to you here. Celibacy is not automatically a path to mental enlightenment, though it can be a tool some find helpful in their spiritual journey. Okay. While some spiritual traditions associate celibacy with spiritual growth, others may view it as a personal choice with no inherent connection to enlightenment. I say, just in my opinion, because I have practiced celibacy over the years, and I truly, truly believe at my age 61, I feel healthy. Now, who knows? I could check out tomorrow, but I live a stress-free life. I regulate my time. I regulate my phone, my personal space. I truly believe that celibacy has helped me. Now, we spoke about fasting before, right, guys? We spoke about fasting. Let me ask you, is celibacy a form of fasting? I don't know all of the medical terms, but there's got to be something with celibacy and the preservation of your fluids and your equilibrium that helps you stay focused in other areas. Am I making sense, or am I crazy? Okay, I got the power. Who are you? Do you want to call in, chime in? Anybody want to cam up? Anybody want to say, hey, I practice celibacy and here are some things, that you may want to consider. Okay, you folks are saying someone died. Who died? R.I.P. to who? Why, I didn't get the donation yet. Come on, I taught you guys better than that. When I get the donation, then we start naming names. With all due respect, niggas die every day. Yes, come on. All right. Also, do we need to reach out to Florida boy Jay about a guy punched in his grill, a tooth knocked out, and stitches down there in Jacksonville? Can I play this early before we get into the celibacy conversation? Something happened in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, to my knowledge, this happened in February, but the guy just now released the footage, and you're going to see him very calmly, Jacksonville, Florida, pardon me. And we just did a story about people in, Jacksonville being the most boring place in the U.S., yes? I think that's a good thing. When you have a place that's boring, that means people aren't necessarily out of control. But hey, this video is a little concerning. Here we go.
A video appearing to show an aggressive arrest right here in Jacksonville. It has garnered hundreds of thousands of views on social media today. And we want to show you what we're talking about. This is the video. This man is 22-year-old William McNeil Jr. He was caught on camera getting his window broken by some Jacksonville sheriff's officers while they this was a traffic stop. And then he's punched in the face at least twice during the course of this video. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office telling us that McNeil was pulled over for not having his headlights on while it was raining. McNeil refusing to get out of the car when told to by police officers. Now, within the last 2 hours, we're learning McNeil, the driver, hired 2 high-profile civil rights attorneys, and that's where our Zach Wilcox comes in. He's joining us in the studio tonight. And Zach, you spoke to one of the attorneys.
Yeah, Jess, I talked with Harry Daniels, one of the attorneys that he brought in, who said he feels the officers were out of control here, and he feels the only person who was in control in this situation was McNeil. Now, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters announced the agency is investigating the video to figure out the circumstances of what happened. And with that context, let's take a look.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right?
The video from this past February begins with William McNeil Jr. explaining to a Jacksonville Sheriff's officer, who you can't see on camera, that an officer pulled him over for not having his headlights on.
There's no rain. It doesn't matter.
I asked First Coast News crime and safety analyst Ken Jefferson about the headlights law.
What was the probable cause for the stop? The statute for pulling someone over for driving without your headlights is if it's foggy, if it's smoky, or if it's raining, or if there's any kind of precipitation. Based on the video that I watched, it looked as though the sun was out.
McNeil then asks to see the law, and the officer says he'll show it to him when he agrees to step out of the car.
If an officer asks you to get out of your car on a traffic stop, just comply. You're not going to win an argument on the street with an officer, so don't go back and forth with them.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here. I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. Oh, no.
Why did you use that type of force when a person is not being combative, physically combative, or actually resisting you physically?
Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters issued a statement saying, in part, quote, "We have launched an internal investigation into it and the circumstances surrounding this incident. We hold our officers to the highest standards and are committed to thoroughly determining exactly what occurred."
Exit the vehicle now.
The driver's attorney, Harry Daniels, says it took months for his client to recover.
His tooth went through his lip at some point, and he had to get stitches. Been slammed on the ground. He suffered a closed head injury.
I asked Daniels what the ideal outcome would be now that his law firm is involved in the case.
The officer that punched and beat him, and the ones who watched and they do nothing, should be held to the same rule of law that everybody else is held to. So arrest and prosecution, that's a perfect world.
A spokesperson with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office told me he wasn't aware of any official complaints filed with the department for this incident. Daniel says they'll likely host a press conference this week, which we'll make sure to share with you. Zach Wilcox, First Coast News.
Okay, that happened back in February, as you just heard them say, and Ben Crump is on the job. Hang on a second. We've got a long way to go here today. Skylar Saunders, is that you, sir? Area code 302, tapping in. Skylar.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you as well.
You're my first caller. Cesar Pina, ready to face DJ Envy in federal court or celibacy? Where do you want to start?
I'm going to talk about celibacy.
Okay.
I'm in that camp.
Come on.
Like I said on previous occasions, I have not had relations with a woman since the Obama administration, and my life is great. It's like an A scale. Like it would be if I had a woman and we had together, it would probably be A plus. Right now, it's like an A. It's an A. You know, I have good health. I have great skin. I have a way of making money. I've made more money, I guess, since then. So,
okay,
it makes sense.
So now, what would be the actual time frame that you have not had intimacy? Because you said the Obama administration. Which one? The first administration, the second one?
The second.
Okay.
The second one. 2012.
So how many years, sir? Precisely. How many years?
It's going to be 13 years.
13 years. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You've got Lenny Kravitz beat. Lenny Kravitz. I've got a bunch of notes here. Hasn't had intercourse or intimacy in 9 years. Tell us more.
Wow.
Come on.
Well, I want to know what the difference is. I mean, I have had self-love, if you want to use a euphemism, multiple times, and I don't know if that breaks the whatever the issue is, because you have a rush of chemicals in your brain whenever you have a release from your genitals. It's oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine that all combine whenever that happens. So I don't know if it's people that don't even have that kind of activity.
Okay.
If that could possibly be the difference, I'm not sure. So I want to see if they could explore that maybe on the doctors, if they said, if you had, by way of your own hand, as I'll say another euphemism.
Well, let me say I have no idea. I'm not celibate like that. I mean, I do like to smash from time to time, of course, on my terms. But with regards to everything you've just said, is it more so because you just don't have the urge? Because with all due respect, you take how many pills a day?
I take 16, and it never interferes. It never. Everything works well.
Okay.
There's no problem. Everything goes well.
Okay.
I never had to take Cialis or Hims or none of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never taken none of that stuff either. But
yeah.
Okay. So for you, it's by choice. And how much longer do you see yourself going? You said it's been 13.
It could go on for 30 years. I don't know, but if I see if a woman, if she's worthy of my time, then that would be official. Then I'll make it official. Then it'd be nice. Like I said, it'll just be a bonus. It'll just be nice because I can handle it myself.
I got you. Okay. Well, listen, man, I appreciate the call. And you posted a new video on your platform this morning about serial killers. Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm continuing my series. I got a show to do tonight about the Kansas City Strangler. Very interesting story. Every one of these stories, I have to thank you again for giving me, that battery in the back. About these stories, because they're very interesting. They're very intriguing.
Salute. Great to talk to you, Skylar. Have a great day.
Absolutely. You as well. Take care.
Thank you. Area code 347. Good afternoon. Please watch the language. Are you there? 347.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey, who's this?
Not necessarily important at this time.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Might you want to add to the discussion?
Due to the nature of the subject of the conversation,
of course.
Basically,
I understand. Where do you want to start?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Malcolm Jamal Warner and his passing. My age puts me there, as a lot of us watching that show saw him as the ideal boyfriend. There was a lot of romance in the show as far as us learning about dating and things of that nature. So I think that the dating and romance and just being in love and it being cool to pursue people genuinely, I think that's gone out of the window these days. And, with the introduction of online dating, the apps and things of that nature, it's really watered down the product. And it made it a lot easier for us who were genuinely, born off of R&B and being smooth and recognizing game and giving that value, to then being able to scroll through fast and find what you want and applying some game, a little bit of club action and some alcohol, and then letting that be it. So it kind of lost its value to some degree if you're not looking to get married. If you're
Can I jump in?
Centered, Yes, go ahead.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, according to my notes here, was 54 years of age, died in Costa Rica, some type of drowning. And he didn't just touch the hearts of America by way of the Cosby Show. Let's not forget Malcolm and Eddie. And, his, I never met him, but his, what appeared to be a genuine and kind nature This is the time that people say, wow, he was a good one. So I hear what you're saying. But with regards to celibacy, so I would imagine you're close to 60. You put yourself in his age group, yes?
Not even. Not even. A lot. Well, I won't say a lot younger than him, but old enough to be impacted by his passing. Definitely.
Got you. So, without saying your name or anything or where you're from, you practice celibacy?
That definitely. And purposely, because like I mentioned, the dating apps and everything like that, I didn't really have a chance to be single.
Okay.
So it just started off as me just wanting to take the opportunity to date myself.
Okay.
And because I think I lacked, certain values and borders created in that space. And so once you really start to date yourself in intention, because I do think intention and that element is missing from dating, by casually dating.
Okay.
I definitely overlooked some parts of myself that weren't necessarily contributing in the best, healthiest way to a relationship and situationships. So basically, that just left me with just having sex with people. And
can I ask?
Space of chemistry. Go ahead.
Can I ask, when is the last time you were intimate?
Last year.
Okay, so
but I definitely broke a year and a half to tap into that space.
So you really haven't
regretted it.
You really haven't done a celibate run for like 3 years. You just a year, you said.
I think that was a one-off. I would say if I don't include that space, which I do include it, but it would be about 3 years.
Okay.
Intentionally in that space.
Okay. So
I do it. Go ahead.
No, can you add something to the conversation for others to possibly learn from, or any type of advice, if you will, for others to reach the point where you obviously have reached and you feel good about practicing celibacy? Yes.
I think the journey is personalized for each person to learn and grow within themselves, but don't let outside society dictate when you're supposed to leap off or into celibacy. And then also, find out what it is that you were missing and what you were led by. For me, I was led by having a good time and, sexual relationships that didn't necessarily lead me anywhere.
Okay.
And so once I started, just having that journey with myself and becoming an overall better person, it kind of, I hate to sound cliche, set the bar so high that I'm not as easy. So if I go out, which I don't even need to do that anymore. I'm sober now. It's all about, I won't say it's all about the money, but it's just self-completion. I think once you find that and you're comfortable sharing that space with someone else, then that's when you should feel comfortable going out there to seek those intimate relationships. But then you're also more guarded because there's more value placed there. So that's what I would say.
I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye now. Okay. All right. Yes, I want to be enlightened. Someone sent a comment. I'm not sure the validity. Just FYI, now someone settle down with a woman, meaning they get married to the opposite sex. Yes, there's a lot of y'all fathers who. Can you send me a link? Courtney, I'll put this on the screen, even though you didn't send it a donation. Can you send a link to your source? A link to your source. Celibacy. We spoke about this last week. Who were Janet, are you available? Was it Janet, Sunday, and who else? It was some other person. Oh, God, I don't want to say the wrong name. Was it Tiffany? Who was speaking about celibacy last week? Someone keeps spelling my name with 2 R's. My name is just 1 R, STAR, which stands for Strange Thoughts and Revelations. That's what STAR stands for. It's not 2 R's, but thank you for your comment just the same, all right? Let me go to area code 206. Hey there, good afternoon. Please watch the language. We're talking about a few topics. 206.
Can you hear me? Good morning. Afternoon.
Yes, how are you? Hey there.
The celibacy thing. When I was young, I was out here wilding out, I'm originally from, New York, multiple baby mamas.
Oh, wow.
When I'm older,
Come on.
I became diabetic, married, and I found out the cock wasn't working like it used to. So I began to appreciate it. And
Can I ask how old are you? You're a sir? You're a sir?
47.
Say again?
47.
47. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So I also became, a Christian, and I learned that the Bible said you should fast from man and wife should fast from one another. And now that I'm older, I appreciate being able to get down with the wife. But when I learned when you just have one partner and you take breaks, it's way better. And now that I'm mature, I got my health in better shape, I try to fool my wife like a pretzel every single time I can. But it's in moderation. But my
Now
question...
you say you're almost 50. You're almost 50.
Yes. And, when you get older, you can't move like you used to. You think you can, and then, health concerns.
Right.
Like I was eating poorly.
You sound like you got emphysema right now. With all due respect, are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's the good kush.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the good
come on.
West Coast kush. But the real question is still, when you gonna give the people what they want? And
so I do what I do, sir. If you don't want what I'm giving now, you shouldn't be here.
No. People they want to hear the Bum Bitch 2025 remix.
No, sir. I need you to stay on topic or come back another time. Plain and simple. No, sir. Are you want to finish up on the topic?
Now at the end of the day, celibacy works when you're in a committed relationship with one person. You just can't. It's like eating chicken every day. You're gonna get sick and tired of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta have moderation and take time breaks. But then when you get together, it's like your kids again. You appreciate it more. I don't believe in.
Is it fair to say, if I can jump in, is it fair to say that you have pretty much thrown in the towel and you've settled?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, 100%, and I'm okay with that.
As long as you're okay with that, but that's not the life today's generation wants to live. You're almost 50, and I say that with all due respect. You've been through hell and high water. And what do you say? You have diabetes now or something? Type 2, or what do you got?
Yeah. Type 2. Through the grace of God, I kind of defeated it. I got my weight down.
Gotcha.
I turned into a butterball, but I'm in shape now. Like, I'm 175 pounds working out, but it didn't really kick in until when I was trying to lay up and my man wasn't working right.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I got to get this together.
Yeah.
You dig? And it was serious. And then that's when I learned to appreciate every chance I get. So now,
Well, sir, to me, with all due respect, you sound like you're cursed through the grace of God. But I appreciate the call. Thank you, man.
Curses and blessings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sheesh. Is celibacy a path to enlightenment? I think that's Janet right there. Janet, hold on a second. Sit tight. Janet, give me 1 second. I'll be right there. Hold on. If anybody wants to cam up. Oh, and I forgot to put the PayPal link at the top of the live chat. Guys, you can always send a PayPal question. If you want to be a sponsor on the show, you get 20% off if you use PayPal, okay? Let me just get some of these other things ready to go here. All right. Varnell, I'm going to bring you in shortly. Hold on a second. Hey, Janet, good afternoon on a Monday. Janet.
Hey, Star, how are you?
I'm great. I got your email with regards to this topic of celibacy, you sent me some really good notes. 50 Cent, Maya, and a bunch of other people have been practicing celibacy. Yes?
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
It's a wonderful thing.
Come on.
Well, I have been celibate since 2018.
Okay.
You know, so I just, the reason I started was a selfish reason. My heart was broken by, like, when I love, I love. I love. I had told you previously before that two of my exes, one committed suicide and one was attempted suicide. So when I do get in a relationship, I try to give it my all and not walk away, because I kind of felt like it was in my fault about these past incidents.
Okay.
So men take advantage of that.
Okay.
They do. They take advantage of that, and they think they could just, push you emotionally to the limit, even though they provide. And it's like a underhanded. You know how underhanded compliments are? It's like emotional abuse, but you can't really put your finger on it, and it hurts worse. I don't know if it hurt worse than physical abuse, because I've never been physically abused by any man. So, but to me, it hurts. So anyway, I just, I say, well, you know what? I got to start loving myself and just trust the process.
Okay.
So I just stopped. And the crazy thing is, I stopped like communicating. I stopped doing like sexual things and whatever.
Okay.
And the guy, he still considers us in a relationship. This been since 2018. We're not in a relationship. He still considers us in a relationship. I haven't slept with this man, kissed this man, or anything. And so I don't know. And it's just been.
Can I jump in?
I won't say the word.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, your personal, journey is just that. You sent me some great notes with regards to other people, and I want us to take our time so people feel comfortable to call in. We're going to come back to you in a second, but Redman, Glorilla, again, 50 Cent, Maya, the singer Maya, Lenny Kravitz, I mentioned him earlier. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, Tiffany Haddish has practiced celibacy. So I'm naming people that are people of notoriety. Amber Rose, in your opinion, do they, and I'm using some of the words that may not be clinical terms, so help me if I say something wrong. Do they practice abstinence because of, something to do with overexertion, or too much sex at some point because of their popularity? What are your thoughts on those people?
Well, that may be, but the thing is, once you start, it's so, and like in the beginning, it's kind of an uphill battle. But once you like plateau, level off, it's so freeing. It's like I don't have to worry about what some guy think about me. I keep myself up for myself. I go to like water aerobics for myself. I'm writing my book for myself. I graduated college for myself. I did all these things for myself, and not as like, trying to make sure that a relationship stays solid, I'm not trying to say that it's selfish, but it is kind of selfish in a way.
I think there's nothing wrong with being selfish. I've been recommending to people for years a great book called The Virtue of Selfishness by Ayn Rand. So
it's very freeing.
I would say. Also, Ciara and Russell Wilson, didn't they have no sex prior to getting married, or no intimacy? Anybody in the live chat know that? Or Janet, do you know? Ciara and Russell Wilson.
They did. They did because they wanted their relationship to be based on who they were, as opposed to, because sex, when you put sex.
I think that was Russell Wilson. Hang on. I think that was him who initiated that with her. He didn't want to have sex. if I remember correctly.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I'm just calling in just to say, all right, then I'm gonna get off this phone.
Okay.
Is that it's to me, I it's like it's so selfish. Like I don't want to share my so because like when I love hard and I love with all of me. All right. And then and I can't risk I don't want to risk that no more. And sex is a component of that love. So me by withholding myself and being unto myself and being by myself is it's wonderful. I just it's wonderful. It's very freeing. It's very I don't have any stress. It's just I don't.
Can I ask you one more question, Janet? Because you did send in this research, and I appreciate that. I'm not going to say your age, but as we get older, shouldn't we not put so much emphasis on sex? And doesn't it become more of a thing of love? You can have intimacy with someone, even though they may not be physically appealing anymore, but you love them. So you put forth the effort anyway. That they may have, I don't know, they may have had a mild stroke and they can't please you like they once could. Maybe they've got halitosis, and other things that just, aren't really sexually attractive. Doesn't it become more of a thing of love then, a commitment and a duty?
Well, that's called unconditional love. Is a very rare thing to find. Yeah. And it seems like the people that are able, not trying to put my
I don't want no pause to that
or anything, that people that are able to do that, regardless, those are the ones that out here get emotionally and physically hurt. You got to understand, this is a game people play, and people put they put themselves on the line here. You understand? You put yourself on the line because, like, when I was with someone, I don't hold back emotionally, financially, anything. It's no such thing as pride in a relationship. It's no such thing as using your weakness as to hurt you. It's to help build us. So it's none of that. But see, a lot of people are so damaged from relationships of before or don't have any prototypes of what a relationship is. They go in to tear down. They go in to test people. Yeah. They go in to see how far they could get away with stuff and how much a person is willing to accept from them. See, I don't understand that I don't understand that.
Well, Janet, I want to pull it back to celibacy. I hear everything you're saying, but let's try to, if we can, assist others or have them call in, and educate us. Celibacy. Can you finish up on that, please, Janet?
Well, I just started out as a simple, I'm just going to be by myself. Mm-hmm. Like something that was motivated from selfishness or just a protectiveness, not even just to protect myself, just to protect myself emotionally, has turned out to be the greatest thing. It became way more than that. Okay. It became way more than that. Okay. Yes.
Janet, thank you for all of your help again. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Right. Celibacy. Back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code 840. Hey there, this is a research edition. Please watch the language. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. 840. Yes, no, maybe.
Hey, what's going on, sir? How you doing?
Yes,
can you hear me?
How are you? Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm doing well. Hey, first off, that other 47-year-old, I'm 45.
Okay.
I'm definitely not throwing in the towel.
Okay.
Some of these people sound a little bit discouraged with life.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to my next half life.
Okay.
Now, the point that I wanted to make with you is regarding celibacy, right? And first off, celibacy shouldn't be practiced when you're in marriage. So you're specifically talking to single people, correct?
I don't know, sir. I've never been, quote unquote, married. I have lived with beautiful women. I have helped raise beautiful children, so I can't speak to what a married person should or shouldn't do, but I'll hear you out. Are you there, sir? You have the floor. 840.
Oh yeah, you broke up. You broke up a little bit. I didn't hear your last statement.
Go ahead.
You said you never been married. You just been with beautiful women.
Yeah, I can't say what a married person should or shouldn't do. I can't even speak to celibacy with regards to married people. You said a married person shouldn't practice celibacy. Is that what you said?
Correct. Yeah, exactly what I said.
Come on. Educate us.
All right. So as a single person, yes, I do believe celibacy should be practiced.
Okay.
You're trying to get to know yourself and better yourself.
Okay.
Diet, workouts, spirituality. As a single person, that should be your priorities. And being able to be financial independent. Those should be your priorities as a single person.
Okay.
As a married person, it's a little bit different. You follow me?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, then. So, all right. So going off on that, when you talk about celibacy, like me being the age, I'm 45, right?
Okay.
Well, I could date 30 to 40. That's my age. That's my dating range, right? And a lot of women may not be comfortable with the men who's practicing celibacy as they're trying to get to know them. Let's be honest. Some women might think that man is a little bit weak for practicing celibacy.
Okay, so
in order to...
So overall, you are condoning celibacy for individuals, but you're married, yes? I want to be clear. You're married?
Divorce.
Okay. And I just want to be clear where you stand on the topic, celibacy. Where do you stand as a man at this point in time right now?
I believe in a single dating pool right now, celibacy isn't looked with pride. Celibacy is looked as a weakness.
Okay.
Now, in order to overcome that, and I think that's a lot of that has to do with our community. A lot of people aren't going to practice celibacy. If I'm told a woman on a date as a man, I'm trying to get to know myself, trying to get to be a better person. If I told a woman that I'm celibate right now, 99 times out of 100, she's going to think something's wrong with me. Just like when you say, if you go out and you say, you know what, I'm not drinking right now, I'm sober.
Okay.
Why is he sober? Why is he not drinking? It's the same parameters. Let me ask you, Star.
Do you have any type of hang on? Do you have any type of medical background or anything that would give credence to what you're saying? I mean, I'm hearing you out. I'm just asking. Any type of social experiments other than your own personal experiences?
Social experiments? What do you think? Like what? What do you mean by a social experiment?
I don't know. So I don't know if this is your area of expertise. If you're a sociologist, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to trip you up. We're having a conversation.
No. It's all based on personal experience.
Okay.
Just like you bring your personal experience to the conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I've gathered, especially with all the women in your chat and the people in your chat, I'm sure most people, 90% of the people in this chat.
I'm sorry, sir. Can you not try and generalize the audience? Because when you hang on. When you do that, you're not really trying to join the conversation from a objective perspective. Those people in there, and I'll say this again, are not just homeowners, but they are business people, entrepreneurs. Those aren't a bunch of young kids sitting around at home. So, okay, you've said with regards to your age, and again, you're 47, yes?
No, I said I was 45.
Okay, 45. All right.
The last caller was, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the call. Thank you.
Oh, wait, let me finish.
Area code 917. Please watch the language. This is a research show. Are you there? 917.
I am here, Star. I'm here. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you, sir?
So we've spoken in the past, and as a divorced father of 3,
okay.
In 2021, I entered the dating market.
Okay.
Now, being out here, and I'm 40 years old.
Okay.
What I've noticed is that a lot of these women in their late 30s are really after it, right? Their sex drive is through the roof.
Okay.
So 2021, 2022, I'm outside, I'm doing my thing. 2023, I get into a relationship, it doesn't work out. After that, I'm in the Tampa area. I'm originally from Red Hook, right? So, in being in a college town, you see 20-year-olds dating 50-year-olds. It gets a little bit scary. So, as of the last year, I've decided to take my foot off the pedal, and I've become celibate. Now, I'm dating a woman now who is very eager to take it to that next step. And I've tried to maneuver around the conversation, but she's really, really adamant about us doing, taking that next step, so to say. To be honest with you, I find her attractive. She's well accomplished. We both have kids. We both have children. But my biggest concern is that when I tell these women on the dating apps, hey, I'm here to feed my soul and not my flesh.
Okay.
They don't, they kind of, and I've learned from you, be stingy with you got to be stingy with it, right? They go along with it for 2 days. Then you start to receive pictures. Then you start to receive, innuendos. And for me, that's unattractive, right? Because if you're giving it up to me that easy, then you're giving it up to anybody else. I'm not interested in somebody that's down for the team. You got to be about what my program is, and I'm hard on them. So
you're how old again?
So,
how old are you
I'm
again?
40 years old.
40. Okay. So you're right there with the target demo of radio, television, a lot of things on social media. Is it fair to say, and I'm just asking, I don't have any knowledge, by way of clinical knowledge. Is your celibacy now that you're practicing by way of defeat? You've been defeated, so you're kind of, trying to piece it together, but it's not really because you're not attracted to people. You're exhausted and defeated. Is that fair to say?
No, no, sir. It's more about self-preservation. Okay. It's more about self-preservation because what happens is you can be with a bunch of women as I have been, and you kind of lose yourself sometimes, and you kind of lose focus. So I regained my focus, after my divorce, sold my house, bought a new home, started my career over, and I've been continued to grow internally. I found peace, and as Janet said, very eloquently, you do things for yourself, and then you can kind of add, have somebody come along with your program, and if they don't want to be a part of it, that's fine. It's not as if I can't get it, Star. It's not as if there's not an abundance of women or that, or having the options. It's really about having the self-control, right?
If I can jump in for a second, and with all due respect to Janet.
Yes, sir.
Janet's an older woman, and she's got a time.
Yes, sir.
She's got a time clock ticking, not just for procreating, but there's a very real time clock for men saying, that's something to pursue. With all due respect, guys today, hang on, guys today can go on these apps, whatever they're called. I forget the names of them. Swipe left, swipe right, and they're not looking for anything 50 plus, right or wrong.
Right. But it does make my job a little bit more. It makes my job difficult when I'm out here really pursuing a spouse. I'm not looking for a good time.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa. You're looking for a wife? How old again?
I'm 40.
But you're.
So I didn't say a wife.
If
I said a spouse.
You said a spouse.
Okay. Right? A partner.
Come on.
Right? So if I'm looking for a partner, I'm looking for a spouse, I'm not asking about body counts. It's really about behavior. It's really about how they carry themselves. Yeah. And when I find it that a woman, and this is a lot of them, and I'm not a woman hater, right? Okay. But I find out when I'm dealing with some of these women, and they come from a place of all they want is that, right. It's kind of like distasteful. right? And then also, like I mentioned, there are a lot of things out here that you can certainly catch by mistake, right? So with me having 3 boys, I'm showing them, through my self, through my action,
Okay.
that you don't have to just run and jump in everything. You don't have to do that. You can be a man of self-control.
Okay.
You can have an agenda, and you can move appropriately.
Okay.
And now I'm looking for a woman that matches that energy. Now it may be a little bit more difficult. I may have to.
I'm going to jump in, sir. I appreciate the call, but you're still a very young man. 40. 40.
Yeah.
You've been married. Hang on, sir. Hang on.
Yes, sir.
You've been married.
Yes, sir.
3 beautiful seeds.
Yes, sir.
Why aren't you looking for a whore at 40? Seriously.
I don't want to.
Or whores, plural. Why are you looking for whores?
I've had that. It
Okay.
gets boring, Star.
Gotcha. Okay.
It gets boring. You don't want to go to the bathroom and pee. You don't want to sleep with a woman and say, hey, let's be honest, right? Respectfully.
Sir, the whores are cleaner than these square girls. Do you know that?
Yeah, I do know that. I do know that. Now it depends what type. But we don't want to wear the umbrella every time we go in the rain. Okay. Right?
So I have to take other calls, man. Listen, I appreciate
you.
But
Absolutely.
I have to take other calls. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Lord Stryker says the caller needs a mentor. Here we go. This is ABC News. Here we go.
And we do have some breaking news to report, and it's extremely sad. Malcolm Jamal Warner, the actor most famous for his role as Bill Cosby's son, Theodore Huxtable, on the NBC hit sitcom The Cosby Show in the 80s and early 90s, has died. Police say he drowned off the coast of Costa Rica yesterday while vacationing with his family. Warner was born in New Jersey and raised by his mother, who enrolled him in acting school. His role on The Cosby Show earned him an Emmy nomination in 1986. And then after The Cosby Show, Warner went on to direct and produce multiple television shows while playing music and writing poetry. Malcolm Jamal Warner was 54 years old.
There's the story, guys. Thank you, Deeds. Florida Boy Jay, good afternoon, sir. FPJ.
Hey, man. Yeah, man, what's going on, man? R.I.P. Theo, man. Yes. R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner,
Absolutely.
Man. That was a very positive Black kid, male role model, a son, had exemplary roles. Like I said, Malcolm, he just really did what he was put on this earth to do as far as projecting a positive image for Black boys. We had a character that was dyslexic, went on to grad school, and then at the final episodes, the final seasons of The Cosby Show, was mentoring and teaching other young men. I just love the full circle image that he presented, and I just want to, just send prayers to his family and supporters. And let's get to the topics, man.
Yeah, man. So we're talking about.
Let's get to celibacy real quick. I'm sorry. Can I just touch on this really quick?
Okay, yeah. The showrunner, hold on a second. Is celibacy a path to enlightenment?
I'm going to say, if you are somebody who is like, okay, if you have a high sex drive and you're knocking it down like a blind nigga, at a bowling alley, you might need to get out of the box and just look at things and examine things in a different way. Yes, I believe those who need clarity. Now, if your Jimmy can't get up, if you're struggling with ED, if you can't get aroused, then you need a different type of enlightenment. Like, I don't think that some of these things that I'm hearing is not really sounding like you're celibate for past enlightenment. Okay. It sounds like it might be a little more difficult than it used to be,
right?
To get aroused, and now you're coping or being like, well, I'm not interested. I'm looking for a more intellectual connection. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're trying to fill in something.
You're old.
You can't be filled through the physical. Yes.
Old now.
Yes. And then instead of just saying, hey, I'm old, we be on the gas station pills. If I don't get a call, if she hit me up, say, hey, I want it, and I'm 15 minutes away, I ain't got time to power up on a pop-pop pill, then I got to curve her, but I got to paint it as she's a lustful Jezebel, and I have to find something different. No, you don't. No, you don't. We love those. We love them. We can't get enough. If it wasn't for the women that hit you up, be like, hey, I need some of that right there today. I don't care if I ain't talked to you in 4 months. I don't care if I forgot where you live. I know what you got, and I know I need it. That's all the enlightenment you need.
So let me ask you a question, Florida Boy Jay. Do you practice celibacy? You're a young man. Any times in your life, your journey, or is that not of interest to you right now? Celibacy.
I practice like chilling out. I mean, you're like, maybe you can call it celibacy, but sometimes I just take a few days, maybe a week, to just chill out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I think that is important, even as a young man with vitality myself. I think that when you are in a certain demand group for women, you do have to take self breaks, because if you're not stinky at certain points, you're just willing to give it out all the time. There's more than your tool that you're releasing. There's more than your flesh that you're giving away. It's people want to talk about spiritual connections or soul ties. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but there is something you give away during sex that if you just you hold on to for a couple days, you chill out, you'll see certain results. You see certain things in the gym and whatnot. But I don't think, for me, it's something that I don't practice it every week, every month. Maybe like once every 2 to 4 months. If I'm just going crazy on the hose and I'm like, you know what, I need to slow down. Yeah, something like that. But I'm not just sitting here optimally turning down the women just because I need to be enlightened.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner, you already spoke about him. My main topic, Cesar Pina, I played the video. I'm going to play it again. He's ready to face envy in federal court. He walked out last Monday. Tony the Closer was there, and he seems upbeat, and he's letting his hair grow. Doesn't look like he's tucking. Doesn't look like he's tucking his tail. Florida Boy Jay, any thoughts?
Yeah, my thought. I can't wait. It was like he's losing some weight. I don't know if it's stress or he's just making sure he can get a full sprint in before the booty goons in jail come get him. But regardless, it's beautiful to see that he is so willing to tell on envy. It looks like a light, bright snitch fest. Yeah. I'm excited to see what's going on.
Well, hold on a second. Envy has made it clear. That he is cooperating and will cooperate. So we're gonna have a showdown. I already reached out to Cesar Pina just to be a prick, and I sent him a DM saying I'm here if you need someone to testify. Suck his shit. Where do you want to land your plane, Florida Boy Jay?
Yeah, I just want to land my plane on two things.
I'm sorry. Wait. The guy in Jacksonville who got punched back in February. Is he someone you know? Do you know him?
No, I don't know that nigga, but he was displaying manly behavior. He was displaying single mother, black woman in the restaurant, give me plastic over silverware, and he was being a typical emotional mammy, and what happened to him was not right.
Okay.
But his emotional man, I don't have to get out of the car. I'm not committing any crime. Call your supervisor. Nigga, you should have got your tooth knocked between your goddamn lips. It should have happened to you. What the cops did was appropriate, because when you pull you over, if you ain't got nothing wrong, you get out and you cooperate. If you ain't got nothing wrong, get out the car, right? Let them do their job.
But hold on.
Get back in. Were you hiding dope?
Hold on. Florida Boy Jay. There's some law down there in Jacksonville where you are when either it's raining or foggy, you're supposed to put your headlights on. That's why they pulled him over, yes?
Yes, so he broke the law.
Okay.
Yeah, he broke the law. When the law holds you accountable, when the beast comes to get you, you act accordingly so the beast don't smoke you. You were 115 pounds getting the sassy mouth with the white man. Listen, if you're not scared, I hate to hear niggas, oh, F the cop, F the cop.
Pull back on the N-word. Florida Boy Jay, it's too early, please.
Yeah.
Pull back on the N-word.
Cool.
It's too early.
You know, hey, people say F the cops, they're not afraid to go to jail. Then when the cops come to confront you, you're screaming, kicking, carrying on, don't want to get out the car because you are scared.
Okay.
You're scared. I don't have no sympathy for him.
Okay.
I don't want us to go do no GoFundMe's or do no marches. No, he got the ambulance chasing Ben Crump sweating Coca-Cola to lose the case for him anyways. I don't got time to care about some goofy who was too scared to go to jail or get out the car. If you got beat up, so what? Everybody's getting beat up by the police these days. You ain't the only one, and you ain't special.
Okay. Can you land your plane?
Pack them up, dog.
Can you land your plane? Florida Boy Jay, I got to take other calls. Can you land your plane?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Okay. Y'all have a great show. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Florida Boy Jay tapping in. Bad Guys Podcast. I got your donation. Malcolm and Eddie was ahead of its time. Malcolm and Eddie, with Eddie Griffin. Salute to Eddie Griffin. I'm sure he's stunned right now by the news. The show debuted August the 26th, 1996 on UPN and ran for 4 seasons, airing its final episode May the 22nd, the year 2000. Malcolm and Eddie, for those who remember that show. That was a decent show. It was a decent show. Thank you for your donation. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I do have to play another video here because it's a research show. We have been touching on the Epstein files debacle. Call in. It's a bit much right now, but Ghislaine Maxwell. There's something from CNN came out 7 hours ago with regards to her possibly testifying. It's a theory, but I think it's worth us at least looking at here. Hold on a second. This is CNN, and here we go.
This morning, the Trump administration is facing more fallout from their handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Calls growing louder within Congress, for one, for Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime Epstein associate who was convicted of child sex trafficking offenses related to the investigation, calling for her to testify about what she knows. Conversation now around that. And now attorney Alan Dershowitz, who was once an attorney for Jeffrey Epstein, says that he believes Maxwell would be willing to testify before Congress if given use immunity.
She knows everything. She is the Rosetta Stone. She knows everything. She arranged every single trip with everybody. She knows everything. And if she were just given use immunity, she could be compelled to testify. I'm told that she actually would be willing to testify, and there'd be no reason for her to withhold any information.
Adding to the spectacle now, after that, a source close to Maxwell told CNN that she has not had any discussions about testifying before Congress, and also that Alan Dershowitz has had no contact with her. Joining us right now, CNN senior legal analyst Ellie Honig for much more on this. Let's start with this piece, and then I want to ask you more about what could be released with all these calls of having more of the investigation released. You are skeptical that Maxwell would agree to testify before Congress. Why?
Yeah, I'm extremely skeptical, Kate, despite whatever Professor Dershowitz says. So first of all, if Ghislaine Maxwell was willing to come clean and testify truthfully, why would she not have done that at any point in the last 4+ years while her prosecution was ongoing? Because had she tried to testify and cooperate at any point during that time, she would have been in position potentially to help herself. Instead, she refused to talk. She went to trial. She got convicted. She got sentenced to 20 years, and she has made no indication of willingness to talk. Also, keep in mind, part of the initial indictment against Ghislaine Maxwell points out that she lied under oath. She was deposed under oath in a civil case, and she outright denied knowing anything about Jeffrey Epstein trafficking minors or her own involvement in trafficking minors. So she's not exactly a bastion of credibility, and I am not going to hold my breath for the day where she takes an oath and testifies truthfully in front of Congress.
I want to read for everyone the full quote from the source close to Ghislaine Maxwell, kind of it seems like batting this down. Here's the quote. While Dershowitz is brilliant, he does not represent Ms. Maxwell and has had no contact with her. There has been no discussion about her testifying before Congress. Her only counsel of record right now is fighting her case before the Supreme Court. On this, what is use immunity? How much protection would it give her if this whole thing would come together, considering that she's clearly fighting the conviction?
Right. So Professor Dershowitz is sort of thinking ahead to the legal chess game that might hypothetically break out if there was some effort by Congress. The way this would work is Congress would subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. And again, I'm skeptical any of this is going to happen, but Congress would subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. She then, if she had any kind of decent lawyer, would take the fifth, because even though she's been convicted of sex trafficking of children, there potentially would be other charges that could be brought against her. She could be charged in the state. She would absolutely have a right to invoke the fifth. The counter move to that is what Professor Dershowitz is talking about, where Congress has the ability to immunize somebody, meaning, okay, we're going to force you to testify, but your testimony is not going to be used against you in any future criminal proceeding. So in theory, that could compel her to testify. But again, I think her response would be, too bad. Like, I'm already doing 20 years. Why would I care about a citation for contempt of Congress? And again, why would anyone think Ghislaine Maxwell is suddenly going to come clean and tell the truth now?
Very important perspective. With this request, though, now from the Justice Department to now release the grand jury testimony in the Epstein investigation, I mean, how long do you think it will be before this is decided? And once it is decided, how long?
Let me jump in for a second and say that I'm surprised Ghislaine Maxwell is still alive. What say you guys in the live chat? I'm surprised. Many people have been speculating that Epstein killed himself, yet she's still alive. Let me just finish up on this, because some of you have been asking me to speak about this, but then when we do, I don't see a lot of traction. People don't necessarily call in. So let's just finish up with this possibility that she could at some point testify.
Long before things would be released, if that is what is decided?
Yeah, so the case is now in the hands of Judge Richard Berman, a federal judge in the Southern District of New York. I appeared in front of him many times. He's a good judge. He's down the middle. He works hard to get it right, and I don't think he will let this drag out too long. A couple important things to understand. One, even if this request is granted, even if the judge says, go ahead and unseal grand jury testimony, that is going to be a sliver of the overall file. Could be important, but it will be a narrow sliver of the overall file. The other thing is, if you actually look at the grand jury secrecy rules, there are some exceptions on the books where you can unseal and make public or give to somebody else part of the record, but none of those apply here. Those all basically say if some party in another lawsuit needs them, if there's a defendant who's been charged elsewhere who needs these documents to make a motion to dismiss. And if you look at DOJ's motion that went in on Friday, they acknowledge that. They say basically, Judge, we understand none of these exceptions really apply, but we're kind of asking you for an all-purpose exception because there's such massive public interest here. So
Did you catch that? The Department of Justice filed a motion this past Friday. Okay, I'll discuss this if you guys want to. Hang on a second. Hey, look who's tapping in the early evening. Rory, what's going on? The White Denzel. Give him a second. All right, Rory. All right, his phone. If your phone is not there, I gotta go. Rory.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, what's going on with you, man? It's cracking.
Everything's good, man. What's good? Happy Monday.
Yeah. Just watch the language. Watch the language. It's too early. Let you know right now.
I used the King's English today.
Come on.
I used the King's English.
Come on.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yo, the video you just played. I don't know, man. I think after being in the P now for a while, she might be ready to she might be ready to switch her tune. She might be looking at it like, I can't do this much time.
Right.
That Giselle, she was a high flyer, man. She was rolling around the planet on private jets, living it up. To be locked down in a federal penitentiary, I think that's a pretty big wake-up call. I'd say she was scared, Star. I mean, that's the only reason I could think that she agreed to take the sentence that she did. What she got sentenced to, 20 years or 10?
She's doing 20 right now. And that
video, yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that video spoke about a possibility, not necessarily something that has already been. You got to fix the echo in the background, Rory. Fix the echo. Can't do it in the afternoon. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. That has not necessarily been put in motion, but they are discussing the possibilities because the Department of Justice does want the testimony that went to the grand jury. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's a new administration, and it definitely could be a possibility. But I'll be honest with you, so I think that woman knew she either accepts the 20-year plea deal, or her life is over. You know, I really honestly believe that nobody in their right mind would accept anything over 10 years that I know of. Okay. I mean, if somebody said you could take 20 years or you could take life, I would say, well, that's the same thing to me. I mean, I know if I'm doing 20 years in the penitentiary, I'm either going to kill somebody or somebody going to kill me. I know how I am. And
but now, hang on a second, Rory. I want to focus on the Epstein files or the list. I mean, everybody wants to make it so personal. Now I'm talking about the files, the list. Do you believe that there is a list? And what about the files?
Yes.
Come on.
I believe there's a list. I think it's hidden. I think, if you remember correctly, he had a picture of Bill Clinton, hand painted in his mansion in a dress, and Bill Clinton was on the flight logs more than anybody else.
That's right.
And Bill and Hillary are the most dangerous and some of the most powerful people in the world. You know, this guy was in MDC. He was in the most secure lockup in the country, the most high-profile place where they put terrorists, everybody. He had 24-hour suicide watch. It just so happens, just him, nobody else, just him. The guards fell asleep, and the videotape, the 24-hour video, malfunctioned at the same time. Right? And then the guards, they didn't get fired. They got promoted and sent to other prisons where they became the warden of other prisons. The guards who fell asleep.
Let me throw you a curveball. Let's end on this note. Is Epstein still alive?
That's some scary shit.
Didn't I just tell this wipe and why? Hey, Rory, you're cursing. Thank you, man. Thank you. I can hang up on a friend. Yeah, get him out of here. So, Fat Joe performed at SeaWorld recently, okay, in San Diego, California. Okay, let me give you a little backstory for those who don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to keep going in on Fat Joe, but I mean, he's so he's good content. So he performed at SeaWorld, right? Now they have been having these free concerts. Bow Wow and Soulja Boy performed there 2 years ago. I watched a video from them 2 years ago. Ashanti has performed there a couple of years. Waka Flocka's coming up. Trina. So they're used to having people, you know, rappers perform at SeaWorld. You guys know where I'm going? Maybe Joe just had a bad day. This was last week. Or if I had to guess, for those of you who know San Diego, all of that N-word, it doesn't work out there. Am I wrong? And then you're talking about a bunch of kids in the audience. I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to have to edit this out right after the show because of a potential copyright issue, but they weren't really into Joe. He looked kind of sad. Not that I'm going to feel sorry for him, but just pay attention. This is Fat Joe at SeaWorld last week in San Diego, California. Here we go.
I got 100 guns on the clip. Yes, I'm from New York. Your brother out from New York. I know things about your body. It's not now we getting off. Here we go, San Diego. Here we go. Feel like paradise.
What do you think?
Here we go. Make them understand. Ass up, face down. We're seeing boys on the
People
bike,
leaving.
right down. Chandelier.
Then he walks off. He looks exhausted. Now there was some Karens doing the Macarena. Did you notice that? Let me play it again. Some Karens doing the Macarena, but have foundational Black Americans canceled Joe? I think we've asked ourselves that before. Is that what's really going on here?
They won't show unless you try to run. Come around and try to stop them. I got 100 guns on the clips. Yes, I'm from New York. Your brother out from New York. I know things about your body. It's not now we getting off. Here we go, San Diego. Here we go. Feel like paradise. Here we go. Make them understand. Ass up, face down. We're seeing boys on the bikes, run them eight down. Chandelier.
Thumbs up. He looks beaten down. Sheesh. Okay, phone line's open right now. Hold on a second. I'll come back to the phone line shortly. Just give me a second. These are some of the things on my list to play. I didn't watch this one myself yet. Hold on.
Mass deportation was one of President Trump's biggest campaign promises. 6 months into his administration, Immigration and Customs Enforcement has deported nearly 150,000 people thus far. And with the recent passage of Trump's tax and border bill, the agency will be getting an unprecedented infusion of funds, becoming the highest funded law enforcement agency in this country. Our immigration and politics reporter, Camilo Montoya Galvez, spoke with the acting director of ICE, Todd Lyons, this Friday. And he began by asking whether the new money will help the administration meet its goal of 1 million deportations per year.
I definitely think it's possible. One thing, though, that ICE is historically known for in our mission is we detain to remove. We don't detain punitively. So people do hear that increase in the bed space, but it's not for long term. There's no reason for someone to linger in a detention facility after they've been lawfully ordered by immigration judge. We want to ensure that they can get back to their home country safely and quickly.
More than a dozen individuals are facing charges for that violent attack against an ICE facility in Texas. The Department of Homeland Security, as you know, has also reported a sharp increase in attacks against your agents. What do you think is behind that?
I think the sharp increase in the rhetoric, especially from a lot of elected officials that are shaming, if you will, or speaking out against the ICE law enforcement mission is what's really increasing these attacks on officers. And that, unfortunately, the Alvarado incident down in Prairie Land, that is one that's really taken it to the next level. Just the increase is amazing. The fact that, like you said, 830% increase from last year in assaults on officers.
Do you think the increase in attacks against ICE officers is connected to the broader increase in ICE arrests across the country? Because you're seeing more arrests, you're seeing more attacks too.
I think we're seeing both. I think because we are more visible in the community. You know, there was recently people that talked about the amount of support that ICE had under President Obama. Well, during those times, we did make more custodial arrests, those arrests like you would
in jails.
In the jails, right? We weren't really out there. We just don't see that now with a lot of the sanctuary policies and just a lot of lack of cooperation. So you are seeing us out more. And I think there is more of attention, kind of like you said, the immigration mission is one of the forefront of this administration. So there's a lot of scrutiny and publicity to it.
What do you say, Director, to the criticism that law enforcement officials, including ICE officers, should be identifying themselves, and that the use of masks could be potentially dangerous, including because it could lead to imposters posing as ICE agents?
Yeah, and that's one of our biggest concerns. And I've said it publicly before. I'm not a proponent of the masks. However, if that's a tool that the men and women of ICE to keep themselves and their families safe, then I'll allow it. I do kind of push back on the criticism that they don't identify themselves. Men and women of ICE and our DOJ partners and local law enforcement do help us. They are identified on their vest. You can see the HSI, ERO, federal police officer, FBI on the back of the vest. So I would push back on the notion that we aren't identifying themselves. Now, what I would advocate for, and I've said this many times, is I know a lot of elected officials have put forward legislation or proposed legislation about banning of the masks, things like that. I would also want, elected officials to help us hold those people accountable that do dox or threaten an ICE officer or agent or their family.
So you will continue to allow ICE officers to wear masks during operations?
I will.
A lot of research. It's Monday. Let me load these videos up so we can all be fully up to speed here. Now, this happened in, Los Angeles, pardon me. 16 hours ago. Holy smokes. 20 suspects attempt to smash and grab a jewelry store. Have you guys seen this? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Here we go.
A shocking robbery attempt in Anaheim caught on camera. At least 20 people in broad daylight trying to bust into a jewelry store. But this time, the owner stopped the heist in just seconds. Good evening to you. I'm Susan Hirasuna. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live in Anaheim with the dramatic video and tonight's top story. Matthew.
Well, Susan, this was very intense. In that surveillance video, you can see at least 20 people trying to bust through this door right here, many with sledgehammers, until someone inside fired back. A violent would-be smash-and-grab robbery stopped in seconds.
Every single one of them is covered in blood from head to toe.
Watch again as at least 20 people wearing hoodies Thursday evening in Anaheim get out of 5 cars and swarm like hungry bees outside Elmira Jewelry.
When I watch the window, I see many people. I can't count it.
Inside, store employees run for cover, while outside, thieves with sledgehammers and bags try busting in until this moment. One gunshot and everyone scrambles.
I take my gun, I shoot one bullet, I scare him, he moves it, and the problem is done.
The owner doesn't want to show his face on camera for safety reasons, but he and his attorney call the shot self-defense.
He's willing to protect his business at all costs.
About a month ago, another robbery right across Brookhurst. Thieves driving a vehicle right through Basan Jewelry, stealing millions.
If I had to guess, I would say most of those guys were Chicanos. Anybody in that live chat from the LA area? I would say Chicanos. Damien, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. I think this is Damien right here. Damien, thank you for your support, sir. Do you want to tap in on the questions? Good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, Star? I've been watching you for a long time, man. You're a real man.
All I ask is that you watch your language, please. Just watch your language, and we're fine.
Absolutely. All I want to say is, as far as anybody being upset that we have a former president that was talking about his administration and the gay thing. Nobody cares about what people do on their own. Don't get on your woman's red table and start talking crazy.
Sir, I'm going to let you go back, but we don't do that here. You're going back
about with a child.
Hang on, sir. We don't do that. I'm going to let you get it off really quick. You're talking about an older show. Did you leave a comment under that video?
I didn't, because I was kind of upset that our former president was the person saying these things. I've never heard a president ever talk about what a child needs. But when we did get a former president that talked about what a child needs, it was upsetting to me that it wasn't about strong family. It was about, well, do an alternative. You have a great father, but he's not everything. And maybe you need to go over here to seek other counsel. Like someone said in your form.
Well, hang on a second, sir. Can you make the adjustments? We've got some type of echo in the background. I'm going to go back for you, but I don't usually do that, okay? Again, you're talking
Okay,
about,
I'm sorry.
You're talking about an older show, Barack Obama, and to be specific, he said, boys need a gay.
That's my point.
Boys need a gay adult in their lives.
That's what touched me. That's what touched me. That's what touched me.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
It made me think. It made me want to call in.
Okay.
I always watch your show, sir.
I appreciate that. But, okay, again, I need you to address it quickly. And please go to that video and leave a comment under there. That's where it really counts. Today we're talking about something new, but go ahead and address it quickly, please. Please.
I just want to say for a former president to bring up something new, and what he brought up new as a former president or, you know, whatever, I didn't respect it coming from him.
Mm-hmm.
Because innovation is everything in society. But I didn't respect that coming from that man with his woman on her show. I didn't respect it. That's all I have to say, sir.
So stay with me. I'm going to ask you a question. Did you fall for the banana in the tailpipe? Did you vote for Barack Obama?
I did not. My first vote for a president, anyway, president of the United States, was for.
Well, you didn't vote for Barack Obama, but did you expect him to do anything? Hang on, sir, let's not talk on top of each other because, again, I'm going backwards here. Did you expect Barack Obama to do something for Black people at any point in time during his 8 years in the White House?
No, I was sure he would do something because he had 2 terms. But I'm not a political guy. I'm not a CNN, MSNBC star. I'm Star Report more than anything.
Okay. Well,
but as far as that goes, yeah, I thought he would do something, but he didn't. Nothing relevant.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything new. Being president, former president, that spoke to his blackness in this country.
He married a Black woman, sir, but he himself is more African than anything else. But listen, I appreciate you. Please leave your comment under that video, sir. Please, under that video. I got to get back to today's topic. Thank you, man. Salute.
You're right.
Hey, Miss Magic, please call in so we can have a productive conversation. I'm not trying to clown nobody about celibacy. I appreciate your donations always. We're just discussing the topic, if you will, trying to offer some insight to other people. I do practice celibacy from time to time. Sometimes I take a year off, 8 months, got my own reasons. But there's some people who they get old and then they start acting like, oh yeah, I'm getting to know myself. And no, you're old. Nobody's hollering at you like that, Blade, I got your other donation. What is Blade saying here? Hold on. Okay, you sent me a link. Thank you, Blade. I'll try and get to that shortly. And we already played a video, guys, with regards to Malcolm Jamal Warner. He's passed away, R.I.P. Okay. Hold on, everybody. Hey, did we speak yet? Area code 203. Good evening. It's early. Please watch the language. 203. Are you there?
Good afternoon, Star.
Hey, hey.
Good afternoon, Star.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm calling about the celibacy topic.
Okay. Please.
Please. Yeah, so I practice. The longest I've gone, I'm 43 years old. The longest I've been able to go is 7 months.
Okay.
I do work in a gentleman's club.
Okay.
So I'm around a lot of females, who are mostly nude.
Okay.
And I get to know, their mind, and I listen to you a lot. I watch other informative men talk about women and how we as men should value ourselves and not just go around like when we're 20 or in our early 30s, just trying to get with every female and sleep with her, and add value to ourselves. And that kills them. Like when you ignore them, and that really eats their ego, because it makes them wonder, why is this guy looking at me, or why is this guy interested? But working around those kind of women, I don't judge them for what they do, but I observe how they think and how they treat themselves. They drink a lot. They eat the worst foods that you could, because of the lifestyle. They're up till 2, 3 in the morning. They're ordering in the middle of the shift Popeyes, Wendy's, whatever, anything fast food, soda. Then taking shots with guys who buy them drinks and things like that. So, and me working in this place, when I meet women on the outside, some women are intrigued. Some of them get turned on, like this guy works around, and some women are thrown off, like, no, I can't do it. So I'm kind of like in the middle of, of having, women wanting to deal with me and women not wanting to deal with me.
Okay.
And some of the women that work there do want to deal with me, but I know my limits with them. I know it's fun when we get out of there, and that's it.
So can I ask, do you practice celibacy? Because I want to stay on.
Yeah,
the topic.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I do, because of this whole, just learning about more and more, experiencing about how a woman's mind thinks and who I am as a man, and why I should not just be, because it's not just them. It's women who just work. They can work anywhere. It's just their state of mind. Women are constantly chasing the dollar. So me, I don't want to just be trying to throw my money at a woman because she's attractive, or my time. And I've been listening and watching you for years, and you've always...
Well, hang on a second, sir, because you see, I can respect a whore who's constantly chasing the dollar.
That's a fact. I learned that from you too.
I can respect a whore.
That's a fact.
To hell with a square who, goes to church and she pretends she's righteous and she listens to praise music, because in reality, as soon as you turn your back, she's going to be pee popping with her sisters or her family somewhere. So, with regards to the females at your job, a lot of them have to have some type of stimulant to keep going, to talk with losers, wannabes, bums, has-beens, a could-have been, or somebody who's just there. His breath stinks. He's sweating.
Crazy.
He wants to put his face in the butt cheeks. That's his thing, and she knows it, but she has to talk to him, and pretend, that the conversation is stimulating. So, they may need to do a little quicker picker-upper. But with regards to what you're saying, you're celibate because of those types of women, or you just...
just in general.
Or you're defeated as a man, respectfully.
As a man, my value and just women, I'm not going to say always, but I'm going to say who they are today and what I'm dealing with and how society is. Even if they're just not even in the clubs doing that, if they're on Instagram, they're just a different creature nowadays. And you just can't, I'm not just going to give myself and my time and I got to value myself. So my body, to just any random woman just because she's hot.
Okay.
Like, it's got to be more than that. So yeah, I have learned to respect myself and practice celibacy, and it's good for you. Yes, it does. It gives me more energy. My workouts are better. It's just a different focus on life. Like,
Can I ask you a question?
It's great. Absolutely.
You're the perfect guy to ask this question to. Should prostitution be legal in America?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say again.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I agree. Yes.
Absolutely.
Because I see men from low income to men who make a lot of money. They're all partying in the same atmosphere, and it's kind of mind-boggling because after they leave the club, they'll never talk to each other again. She's my age.
Sir, you gotta watch the F-bomb, or I gotta get you out of here. You can't do it. Now, hang on. Let me say this.
Nope.
Never mind the males. If we make prostitution legal, do you think it will regulate most of the females in America? Now, they're all vanity driven. No ifs, ands, and buts. But will prostitution level the playing field because we won't have to deal with as much child support? You can go get a whore. If your wife runs her mouth, or your fiance, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to go pick up a brand new Xbox. But no, you're gonna go get a whore, and that whore is not gonna chase you for child support. And women, all of this OnlyFans, all this other stuff will be minimalized. Finish up on that there, and please watch the language. Or I gotta get you out of here. Come on.
No, yes, definitely. It should be legalized. Eventually, probably it will be. But I see a lot of couples coming here too. The swingers and from all various ages, whether they're married or attached, just single, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But
I want to focus on whores, or never mind couples. Whores and celibacy, please.
Yes. It should be legalized. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. 601. Good evening. Are you there?
Hey, good evening, Star. How you doing this evening? Great topic as usual, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. And I was going to talk about the celibacy thing and the Michael Jamal Warner thing. But I've been practicing for like a year. I've been practicing for like a year now. I moved down here to Florida, man. I've always been married or had a woman. So since I've been down here a year, I haven't really had any. I take women out to eat and stuff like that, but nothing else past that, because my time and my mind state is more important than trying to find a female to shack up with and things like that. Because to be honest with you, a lot of us have problems. So, you want to bring baggage into your life that, you don't need.
Right.
And things like that.
Right.
And then also, too, the value of the woman has actually decreased, because a lot of these women, social media dating has messed up everything, because a lot of these women try to be like other women and stuff like that. And they're not that caliber, or they're not that type of girl. You know what I mean? Because with these dating apps, it's a payment thing behind it, like with the tags and the scouts and the other apps, you purchase gifts and give these girls this gold stuff, and that's what they're fiending for. So, I've done it for a year. It's a difficult task, but I'm hanging in there right now.
Stay with me. I appreciate everything you've said. I don't think that men should practice celibacy out of defeat. If you're picky and choosy, okay. If you want time to bounce back from, a knockout blow by way of, child support or something like that, okay. But, I don't see the defeat thing. And I really, for decades, I've been saying this ever since I first got on the radio. I think prostitution should be legal. You don't have to agree with me, but are we not at a different time in society when a lot of females are prostitutes, but they're just calling it something else? These girls are saying, we can go out if you send me a cash app to get my hair and nails done. You can fly me out. Well, flying you out now is bringing someone across the state line. clearly that's a charge, right? So
yeah, well, also too, OnlyFans and those other apps I just named are kind of sort of prostitutes because you're paying for their time.
yeah,
It's almost like going to a strip. It's almost like going to a strip club. You go to a strip club, you go to a private room. Guess what? You're paying for their time. They're not really being prostitutes, but it's kind of sort of prostitutionalized. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
yeah.
If you go into certain, gentlemen's clubs or whatever they, call some of them across the country, you can do a little something. Well, a lot of these places you can do something, but there's already the understanding that there's cameras up there, down there somewhere. So why not just legalize it? Oh, over in is it Japan, guys? Is it parts of China? It's legal. It's legal. So why are we now living as if we're not leading the charge for capitalism? That's just my thoughts. But again, land your plane.
I think if they legalized it, some females or males would mess it up. I really, really do if they tried to legalize it. Because I don't think they'll have enough control to deal with it. Maybe not if you even tax it, they might not pay their taxes and stuff like that. So it should be legal if you want to, deal in that lifestyle. But again, it had to be certain parameters and stuff like that set up in order for it to be like legal, almost like casinos and stuff like that. Yeah. But like I said, I have a great mind state now, like I said, working out and things. It's difficult to do because you see a lot of beautiful women out here. But the thing is, though, as an older man, you want to make sure you pick the right one because your time is limited. Like I said, you can always make money. You can always go get the bag, but you can't get your time back.
If we legalize prostitution, that word beautiful won't be thrown around as much.
Yeah, but see, what people don't understand too, Star, is if you've never traveled outside the country, because a lot of people don't travel outside the country. So
I have.
What beautiful is.
I have.
I know you have. I know you have, sir. But some people may not have traveled outside the country, been to different countries and stuff. Like seeing like really beautiful women, like in Venezuela, in Greece, places like that, Egypt, Africa. So they probably never seen what beautiful is until they actually see it.
I think beauty is more than just face value and being attractive. I'm not going to say we don't have beautiful women here in the United States, but again, and I don't mean to take this down a path of legalizing prostitution, but if we legalize it, then we'll start calling more women attractive, not necessarily beautiful, because they will be fighting for that dollar then, fighting more so than they are now on OnlyFans. But go ahead and land your plane, sir, wherever you want to go. Land your plane.
Yeah, I was going to say about the amount, which I just actually found out about that on your show. I didn't know he had passed away from a drowning, so I just found out about that. But with Malcolm Jamal Warner, I wish he had got more roles in Hollywood. He was in a couple of movies. He actually had a show called The Residency, where I think he played a doctor. You never heard any bad things about him. He's never been in the blogs for evil stuff and things like that, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just a tough loss, man. Actually, drowning is a very sad thing. So
he was producing a lot of shows. I pulled up his bio a little while ago. So he had a lengthy career, and again, I never met him, but he just seemed to have a good, kind nature. He didn't turn his back on Bill Cosby. Did you know that when all that stuff went down?
No, because Bill handpicked him for the Cosby Show. He gave him his first shot. So why would you turn your back on a man that gave you an opportunity to better yourself and your family?
Yeah. But a lot of people did is what I'm trying to say, and he gave them careers, not just jobs. But he didn't turn his back on them. But hey, man, I appreciate the call.
Hey, thank you, Star. You have a good day, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Area code 718. We're doing a research show still. You up to speed on the topics? Area code 718. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah. Yes. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself, sir?
Good. Yeah, I do believe prostitution should be legal. And here's the thing: if it does become legal, the government has to make it to where these females, they have to get a license to practice.
Okay.
you know. And if you don't if you practice it without the license, then that's when it's illegal.
Yes, lock them up. Yes, lock them up. If you're selling the snatch, and you have not taken the snatch to the gynecologist, or if you have some type of herpes, whatever the levels are of herpes, and you don't list that on the wall because you would need a certificate on the goddamn wall, then yes, lock them up. Yes.
Yeah, and there should be government incentives if women want to prostitute and get their license, like free housing,
yes,
student loan forgiveness.
Now we're talking.
You know,
now we're talking.
Yeah. So I can see it being legal in the future, and those things being implemented to persuade the women in American society to get licensed, you know, get registered with the government so we could tax that pussy. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really the main thrust of the discussions here today, but somehow I was talking to a guy who works in a gentleman's club, you know, and people keep throwing this word around, beautiful, you know. Well, listen, if you've got a weak eye muscle, or you've got, I don't know, you've got hammer feet, and somebody else has a pack of francs on the back of her neck, no, you can't charge $225 an hour. Based upon government regulations and other things, you charge $175, and if you overcharge, there's a penalty fee, you know, and possible jail time. Yeah, the same way guys get dealt with for no child support, right? You don't pay your child support, your license gets suspended, a boot on your tire. Yes, come on.
Yep. Jail time, boot on your car, you know, you could lose your housing, you know, take that section away, you know. So yeah, I mean, because it has to become legal, because it's everywhere now, you know. It's the thing, you know. In today's time, you cannot deal with a woman and not pay for something.
Facts.
You know, I'm sorry, you know, especially as a grown up, as a grown man, don't think you're going to be dealing with women and you think you got some game or some talk where you don't got to pay for it. Man, no.
Right.
You're going to be paying, you're going to have to pay for something. You got to have something, you know. And hey, man, that's what it is, you know.
You got a bitch with a hunchback and a club foot. You should only be charging me $65 to smash. Not the standard $150, $65.
Right. 65. You know, and if you got kids and all this other extra stuff with it, come on now, you got to lower the price. You know what I mean?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, man, come on now, and especially like you don't have to go to strip clubs anymore. You know, you can see these same girls.
No, sir.
Yeah, you can see. You can see these same girls online. Talk
Uber sluts.
We'll send them a Cash App and then show up to wherever you at in an Uber. You know, it's like Uber Eats. It's like Uber Eats.
Uber sluts. You scroll through your phone.
Sluts,
you scroll through your phone. Uber sluts. Okay, I'm going to order you. I just sent the Cash App. You know.
Yeah, Uber sex. You know, you can order them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is a beautiful time we live in, man.
I think so. Yeah. So I got to go, man. Anything else with regards to Cesar Pina? He's gonna face DJ Envy, or any other topics? If not, I appreciate the call.
Well, I think DJ Envy, he got to go down with that, man. You played a big part in that, man. You use iHeart Media, the Breakfast Club. You use that platform to promote this guy and to leverage money from these people. You got to get some type of time, man. Come on now, let's stop it.
I appreciate the call.
All right, thank you.
Area code 213, Gangster of Love. Is that you, sir? 213.
What's up, big homie? How you doing?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. What's cracking? What's shaking?
Not a whole lot. Just laying low, trying to stay out of trouble.
Okay. Did you move? You moved already?
I did. I'm in Houston.
Nice. How's the weather down there?
Say that again.
How's the weather? Is it hot down there?
Oh man, it's humid. It's like 100 degrees at nighttime, 90 degrees at night.
It's crazy where I'm at as well. But okay, so I'm talking about Cesar Pina. He's ready to face DJ Envy in federal court. I played a video earlier. Or new showrunner. Should prostitution be legal? Gangs of Love.
Let's go with should prostitution be legal? And again, you had this topic, I think maybe a month ago, and I think it should be legal again because
it wasn't the same phrasing of it.
It wasn't. Okay. Well, let me say this. I think prostitution should be legal, and reasons is, even though this is the objective perspective, I don't agree with you that guys are lame star. Guys are not out here getting women. There was a research done about amount of men that actually get laid, and a lot of men don't because they're lame, so they have to go out and purchase prostitutes.
Well, I didn't say lame. That wasn't the terminology that I used.
I'm using that word.
Okay.
I'm saying that there's a lot of men out there that are lame and don't know how to approach women. They're scared of getting rejected.
Okay.
So in terms, they have to resort to prostitution, which of course is not legal, but it's still done. There's kind of a eye turn to it. It's like a misdemeanor. So it's not even something you go to jail for a long time. They go lock them up for 24 hours, and then they release them. So it's petty crime.
Sometimes you can get a DAT, a desk appearance ticket.
There you go. Ticket you on the spot, and then they let you go. And hey, you go down to the next block to pick up the next trick.
So you're saying no, prostitution should not be legal? I want to be clear what you're saying.
No, I'm saying it should be legal.
Okay.
I'm saying it should absolutely be legal. And the reason is people already do it. It's already done. I mean, it's not really a crime. I mean, it's two consenting adults. If somebody agrees to purchase apple pie, then hey, and this person wants to sell apple pie, then it's a fair exchange. I don't see anything wrong with it personally. But if you do buy apple pie, I think you're lame, because why should you have to buy something when you can simply go out and talk to a woman and she'll give it to you? That's just the way I'm looking at it.
So you're calling guys who purchase sex or who utilize sex workers lame. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
And listen,
what do you call the females? Hold on a second. What do you call these scandalous, slithering, conniving, deceitful, yeast-infected, HIV-carrying females who are having sex with men under the pretense that there is something other than those things that I just mentioned, and causing the possible destruction of that man's family? What do you call those females?
They only doing what the man, well, what do you call them? You call them 304s. You call them Jezebels. You call them harlots, but they're only doing it. It takes two, it takes two to tango. They're not doing something that somebody's not offering to do. So you can't be mad at them.
So it's
okay. But if they're not,
so it's okay for a guy. Hang on a second. It's okay for a guy, as you just said, to get arrested 24 hours or a DAT, desk appearance ticket. It's okay for him to have his potential earnings or anything damaged behind that 304, but not for her to suffer?
No. So that's the thing. You got to be discreet if you're going to do something like that. I think they got rid of Backpage. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't ever participated in prostitution. I've always looked at myself as a gangster of love. Like, I'm not going to pay a woman to get some sex. Hey, face card or run the game, but I'm not paying for sex. Not literally. Not going to exchange money for you to come lay down with me. That's not how it works. So
I hear you, man. But now let's have that real conversation. You're married, so this doesn't really pertain to you. You're still talking that spitting game pimp stuff, but you're married.
So I'm saying, if I wasn't married, if I was
no, let's not do a hypothetical. No, sir. Right now,
hypothetical, star.
Right now, males, young men, and the women again that I mentioned, You don't think if we legalize prostitution, the value of women wouldn't, the playing field wouldn't be leveled off some, and some of these ungrateful, basic broads that are up on OnlyFans getting all this money? You don't think that would be a good thing to legalize it for that reason?
Oh man, if prostitution was legalized, man, all these women would be prostitutes. Like, because then, like you say, your gentleman called earlier and says, if you've ever been to other countries and seen some of these beautiful women, that's what they do for a living over in a lot of these other countries. So just imagine, hey, go down to Figueroa right now. You'll see some gorgeous women. And if you want to marry them, not saying you directly, but if a guy's never had a beautiful woman in his life and he sees some of them women out there selling hot apple pie, man, he'd want to take them home and marry them. They're so gorgeous. Okay. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but hey, there's some gorgeous women out there selling. Okay. There really is, but okay. Right. You wouldn't want to wife them.
Great to talk to you, man. What's the latest on your podcast?
Man, coming soon. I still own my house up in Omaha, so I haven't sold it. The market is real bad right now. It's like a 7% interest rate. Yeah. But once I get it sold, get some more business taken care of. Podcast coming soon. Gangsta Love in the Closet.
Salute.
Y'all stay tuned, and I'll update you. Star, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
914, did we speak already? It's early evening. Are you there?
No, sir.
How are you, man? It's cracking.
How you doing, sir?
Good, good. Where do you want to start?
The prostitution thing. While I understand why, how it would probably help men, you get women who've been tested and stuff like that. I don't think they should legalize it, because once the government gets involved with anything, they mess it up.
Okay.
It's just like, because in my opinion, prostitution right now is on the level of what weed was before they legalized it. And once they legalize weed, now you get a bunch of nonsense that you don't want. And I think the same thing will happen with prostitution if they legalize it. You will get elites, but you'll get a bunch of women who never would have prostituted because they knew they didn't look like nothing. Now they will, because it's legal. Okay. That's all.
Does it bother you?
That's all there is.
Does it bother you that someone who you know and love may turn to prostitution for a career? I'm looking here now at some of the countries where it's legal. Are you a father? Your father?
I am, but I don't have a daughter, but I do have a granddaughter.
Okay.
Okay. That would bother me, but that would, if once it becomes legal, now I think it would now fall on fathers and grandfathers to teach their daughters not to go that route. I mean, just because something's legal doesn't make it good. It would still be frowned upon by most of us, even though a lot of men would probably participate. We wouldn't want our daughters or our sisters or our granddaughters or anybody we cared about that was a woman doing it, even though we would probably participate. So,
Can I ask you a hypothetical?
Sure.
Yeah. Would you prefer your daughter, who you don't have a daughter, would you prefer your daughter be a prostitute or your daughter be married to a down low man who pretends to be heterosexual, but he's actually bisexual, and he takes it deep in his rectum twice a week?
Unbelievable. There are no such thing as bisexual men. There are only gay men, bisexual women. But to answer your question, I'd rather her be a prostitute than marry a down low man.
Baby, I'd rather you be a whore than
Absolutely.
than live in Marietta, Georgia.
Absolutely.
Marietta, Georgia, with the nigga who's beating on you, and switching and keying up in the goddamn Planet Fitness, pretending to be a straight nigga.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd rather be a harlot.
Yeah.
than to lay with a man that's not a man. Yeah. I'd rather that. Absolutely.
I appreciate the call, man.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Area code 503. This is an extended research show. You there? 503.
Yes, I am here. Thanks for having me.
How are you, sir?
I'm thinking about the Aries Spears thing. I think that for the era that Ice Cube did most of his rapping in, he was good then. But for this era, if you were bringing him up to this era, it would be like a pimp talking about Stacey Adams shoes. You know, he's kind of out of the era. So I think for the era that he did the rapping in, he was pretty good. As for acting, I like him when he plays more serious drama, not comedy. If he takes the comedy out, because he comes from a rapping era that was serious, it wasn't a comedy rap. So if you bring him up to speed to this era, I think that his more serious acting skills he should stick to instead of the comedy. That's what's probably what Aries is speaking on, since he's a comedian. He's looking at the comedian part of Ice Cube and saying it's a no-go. So for me, I believe that Aries is right in one area, and that's the acting comedy area. And I'm calling in from Portland, Oregon.
Well, hold on a second. Aries Spears, according to Wikipedia, born in 1975, so he's 50 years of age. So clearly, you know, he understands Ice Cube coming out of NWA, putting it down not just for the West Coast, but for the evolution of the culture, one would say. So he's entitled to his opinion, you know. But with regards to today's rap game, is that what you said? I want to be
correct. In regards to today, if you're bringing them up,
hang on a second. If I can just respond to what you said, nobody, sir, in their right mind gives a shit about rap music today, and that's not just an older person saying it. It has no value. It's complete and utter fucking trash. So let's not even compare the monumental songs of Ice Cube, his efforts, his significance, and his importance to bullshit rap music of today. Let's not do that. Come on.
I agree.
Come on.
I agree.
Yeah. Ice Cube could do a goddamn residency in Las Vegas, and he would pack the house and sell it out like fucking Wayne Newton back in the days. I had to say that, man. But salute to Aries Spears.
What do you think about the acting part? The acting part, though,
it works. It works. But I'm just trying to say that, you know, Aries Spears is entitled to his opinion, but you know, Ice Cube's a big fish. So I hope they work it out. I hope it doesn't turn into, you know, anything on another level. But go ahead and land your plane.
I believe that it's not. It's going to go to another level due to he shouldn't have spoke on him in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have spoke on him in the first place, especially on that platform. So that makes Ice Cube has to speak on it. And Ice Cube is into responding and reacting. So
okay,
I'll land my plane on that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Luna Glider, I got your donation. Salute Star supporting the machine. Thank you so much. R. Ramon, got your donation via PayPal. Salute Hater, sent you some prank. Okay, I read that one. Guys, at the top of the live chat is my PayPal information. Okay. Your donations are tax deductible. You've been on hold for a while. Are you there? Area code 704. It's Monday evening. 704.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
It's Katrina.
Hey, Katrina. How are you?
Yeah.
Where do you want to start, dear?
I want to start with Aries Spears. Aries.
Are you on a headset, babe? It's a little hard to hear you. You on a headset?
Yes, I am. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
There you go. You had the headset on as you were pushing that brand new G-Wagon, right? Come on.
It's a Mercedes-Benz. My man, a friend of mine bought it. Anyways.
You go, girl. Go ahead. Let's go.
Anyways, Aries Spears, he's never been funny to me.
Okay.
He's not a comedian, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I will never forget when he and Tiffany Haddish, they were grooming these young kids for a skit.
Easy.
And
Easy. Come on now. Where we going?
Okay.
Where we going?
Well, I'm just being honest, Art. It's something that I don't know why he hasn't been canceled. I think that's why his shows don't sell like they should. Nor does Tiffany Haddish. She has an AA meeting to be to, and so we're not gonna go there. But yeah, they're not fun. Neither of them are funny. Any movie that Tiffany Haddish stars in, I won't watch it. And yeah, they're just not. Ari Spears, he's a hater. Why is he hating on Ice Cube? Ice Cube has done some monumental things in Black Hollywood, giving people, actors, actresses jobs when no one else would. So I understand his issue. Nor do I have a dog in the fight, but I do like Ice Cube. I do watch his movies. I know all of the Fridays verbatim. Okay. His music. I know that he was a part of NWA. I was born in 2000, so I'm not really sure. Okay. The music. I'm not scripted in the music, but I know when the music comes on, I know it's Ice Cube. I'm gonna nod my head to it, and I know some of the words. Okay. Ari Spears. Who the heck is Ari Spears?
Well, can I ask what state you're from? What state are you from, dear?
North Carolina.
Okay. Well, listen, in Ari Spears' defense, and I don't want to take a side, but Ari Spears is a professional hater. He's from Jersey, like myself. It's hate in our blood. It's hate in our blood. You follow me?
He's also a professional groomer.
Easy, baby. I don't know that to be true. Please don't make those type of.
So whenever.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Don't make those type of accusations unless you're ready to stand up and sit in a courtroom and testify. That's hearsay, what you're saying. Please don't do that.
Okay. I got it.
But go ahead. You were saying?
Now, I want to ask you, did you see the videos that came out around the time when those accusations and all of that was hitting the media?
Baby, you're a hater. You keep trying to drive home a point that I asked you to stay away from. But I appreciate the call. Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's get her out of here. Area code 201. Monday evening, 201. Yes, no, maybe. Talking about a few topics.
Yeah, man. Yeah, every spirit.
Okay, sir, we can't hear you. You're on some type of Puerto Rican headset. Can you make the adjustments? Don't kill the vibe, man.
Every space, man. With the New York fitted, enough, man. If you don't respect Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, Kill It Will, Death Certificate, knock it off, bro. Like, and you complain, you talking about your about lyricism, and then you say Snoop. This guy, he's confused. It's not respecting. Like, he held it down as far as he's doing this thing as far as comedy, but that's the New York footed to the, tilted to the side. Enough, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a discussion that's got the block kind of hot right now. You're calling in from Jersey somewhere. Do you know Ari Spears? Keep it real.
Nah, I don't know him, but I respect his, how he's getting his money. It's all good, but for you to say you don't respect Ice Cube as far as his lyricism, it is ridiculous.
It's crazy, yeah.
Now we're getting, we're going somewhere else. You're talking it's stupidity, man. You don't respect Ice Cube. It's the New York bias to the umpteenth degree.
Right.
With the fitted to the side, enough, man.
I don't know where he's from as far as New York.
So are you Aries Spears? Because you're calling from a Jersey number, and he does some really good impersonations. Are you Aries Spears?
No. And I respect his how he gets down as far as the DMX impersonation and all that kind of stuff. He's talented, but no, man, you're over the top right now.
Sir, did he run your pockets at one point? You're calling from Jersey, sir. Did Aries Spears make you run your pockets? We're not gonna clown you.
No. I mean, all due respect, I would not. Nah, we're not doing that. Like, he just, Corey Holcomb and them niggas, already ran down on him. You're not that type of.
Got him. We got him, kids.
But
we got him.
Yeah.
You sure Aries Spears that he didn't two-piece you over there? What's that mall? The Menlo Park Mall? Bow. He didn't two-piece you somewhere down there?
I'm more of a Short Hills, New York kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm up there, man. We doing that, Menlo Park.
Did he slut your girl out, sir? Keep it real. Did he slut your girl out?
Never. This nigga, the raccoon eyes. Come on, man. I'm a little more fly than this nigga, man.
Okay.
All due respect, he get his money though.
Yeah,
but
get his money. Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Salute.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.